Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X proudly brings to you its tag team champions of the. Okay, all right, we get it now. We in the event anyway. Um, we start off with hand holding genie. Monsters your opponent controls cannot attack. Cannot target monsters for attacks except this one. Gains defense equal to combined original defense of all other face-up defense position monsters you control. That's insane when you really think about it. But in our hand, we have Swords of Concealing Light, not revealing, concealing, Mimigul Dungeon, the Hidden City, Mimigul Maker, and Mimigul Armor. So we activate Hidden City. We put Guru on the field this time face down. Unlike before, we kind of goofed before in one of the videos or whatever. But anyway, we flip Guru, pick up Fiendus. We put this guy in defense position. We get rid of Hidden City and put down Mimigul Dungeon. Hence the name, the Hidden City. Oh, you didn't know? So we're searching out Mimigul Dragon, Mimigul Maker, and we're looking for Slime and Archfiend. He gets Archfiend, unfortunately. So we're going to put Slime on his side of the field. We're going to put Dragon on his side of the field. And we're going to put Mimigul Armor on his side of the field. Yes, that's 4 cards clogging up his monster zone. 4 cards. And since we got Swords of Concealing Light, we're going to activate it. Meaning, I've got 4 cards on his side of the field. I've got Mimigul Dungeon down. I've got Swords of Concealing Light down. Meaning, he cannot normal summon. And if he special summons a monster, is able to special summon a monster, guess what? That monster cannot attack. We got Fiendus in hand just for anything we don't like. Anyway, and even if he could attack, hand-holding Genie has an effect. Gains defense equal to the combined original defense of all other face-up defense position monsters you control. He's at 3,400 right now. So he's absorbed Guru's attack since Guru was able to put himself face down and get flipped up in defense position by the Hidden City. So now his draw phase, let's go. He's running Pendulum. So discard 1 card. He uses Pendulum Call. Discard 1 card, add 2 Magician Pendulum monsters with different names from your deck to your hand. Also, until the end of your opponent's turn, after this card resolves, Magician cards in your Pendulum zones cannot be destroyed by card effects. So he picks up 2 cards. He picks up Purple Poison Magician and Black Fang Magician. Now, for a little bit of lore, Black Fang Magician, for sure. I don't know about the purple one. This purple Poison Purple Magician might be, but I can't remember. But Black Fang Magician is one of the is the human form of one of the dragon monsters. I forget which one it is. He's the human form of it. It's him. Where's the girl? It'll come to me later. But they are Supreme King Dragon, Starving Venom Dragon. I think that's the magician, the purple poison one. But anyway, Black Fang Magician, yes, he's the human form. If somebody know in the comments, let me know. He's the purple form of one of the dragons from the Supreme King Dragon. One of the 4 dragons that make up the Supreme King. He's the human form of one of them. They all have one. Anyway, he's pendulum summoning, right? Pendulum summoning Supreme King Gate Magician. If you have a Supreme King Gate Magician in your pendulum zone, except Supreme King Gate Magician, you can send one pendulum dragon, Xyz dragon, synchro dragon, or fusion dragon from your hand. See, this is the Supreme King stuff. If this card is special summoned, you can add one card that mentions Supreme King Ziark from your deck to your hand, except a spellcaster monster. So, he activates his effect, and since he special summons something, we activated Mimighoul Maker's effect. And we're going to flip Archfiend. Archfiend makes him throw away a card, and he throws away the very card he just searched out. Supreme Soul of the Supreme King. Pay half your life points. Special summon one Supreme King Ziark from your extra deck, ignoring its summon conditions, but negate its effects. It is returned to the extra deck during the end phase of the next turn. When your opponent activates a spell or spell card or effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard and one Supreme King Ziark from your face-up monster zone. Special summon up to one each. Pendulum Dragon, Xyz Dragon, Synchro Dragon, and Fusion Dragon monsters from your hand, deck, extra deck, and or graveyard. What? Fusion Dragon, and Fusion Dragon monsters from your hand, deck, extra deck, and or graveyard. So basically, you're going to get that effect off. Anyway, he couldn't attack, and he did something. He tried to get rid of a card. He tried to special summon something from the grave, but he forgot his own effect. He activated Black Fang Magician's Pendulum effect. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes half its current attack until the end of this turn. Then destroy this card. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one Dark Spellcaster monster in your graveyard, special summon it. And he's got a Dark Spellcaster monster in his grave. Double Iris Magician. See, she's one of the other ones. He or she or whatever. It looked like a girl. But that's one of the other dragons. But he can't summon it because of his own effect, as per Pendulum Call. Cards in your pendulum zones cannot be destroyed by card effects until the end of my turn. And funny enough, since Mimighoul Archfiend is in defense position, hand-holding Genie is at 5,300. Anyway, ends his turn. Now it's my turn, and for our draw, we pick up Shared Ride. By the way, we have Convertible in our hand too. That's the card we drew on the last turn for Mimighoul Archfiend's effect. When he hit the battle phase, I actually could have sent something to the graveyard to special summon this card on the field, but I wanted to save it because Swords of Concealing Light is still down. But I'll tell you something else about Convertible coming up later. So we're going to put Mimighoul Dragon in our hand. We're going to flip his Magician with Guru, and we're going to flip Guru face up, picking up Cave Clash. Now, hand-holding Genie, his his defense went down because Guru is now in attack position. But anyway, so we got Dragon in our hand. We put down Cave Clash. We normal summon Mimighoul Dragon, and we pick up Mimighoul Charm. And now we Xyz into Giant Mimighoul. By the way, guys, we're both at 4,000 attack because that's what he rolled the dice on. See, he didn't start off with a card. I started out with a card, but his effect from the dungeon stuff gave us 4,000 4,000 life points apiece. That's very interesting, considering the deck I'm running. Anyway, Giant Mimighoul searches Mimighoul room, and we end our turn. We put Shared Ride down, and we put Mimighoul room down. Remember, Swords of Concealing Light still has one turn left. And he's got one slot left for a monster. Only got one slot for a monster. Now, right now, in the standby phase, I could actually block that spot with Mimighoul Room. But we want to see what he does first. So he pendulum summons Astrograph Sorcerer. So we activate Mimigul Room, right? Mimigul Master on our side of the field. And as per Mimigul Room's effect, we can flip any card without targeting it face down, including a Dragoon if he were on the field. If he didn't negate the effect or whatever, or he used his negate on something else, we can activate Mimigul Room, special summon the monster either to his side or our own side, and then that means he can no longer, it will flip him face down. Some fun thought. Anyway, battle phase. Here's what we were talking about earlier. I don't know why he just went to the battle phase, but since he did, we're going to hit him with it. Convertible to hit his Astrograph Sorcerer. Notice, Convertible did not special summon itself because Astrograph Sorcerer went back. It's a pendulum monster, so it doesn't hit the grave. It goes back to the extra deck, face up. Convertible's effect specifically says, during the battle phase, if this card is in your hand, you can target one face down monster on the field. Anybody who has a face down monster, send it to the graveyard. And if you do, special summon this card in face down defense position. So basically, I get to keep Convertible in my hand, but clear his field of his pendulum monsters. Interesting. So he normal summon, I'm sorry, he can't normal summon. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound like a jerk. But he he sets a monster in Astrograph Sorcerer's place. Seriously, I wasn't trying to be a jerk by saying he normal summoned. He can't normal summon. So we activate Mimigul Master's effect, and we flip Mimigul Armor. They might be thinking, why would you flip armor? Why not flip slime or dragon? Dragon's it can't destroy anything. It didn't make a difference which Mimigul we flip face up on his field. The reason we flipped anything at all is Mimigul Charm. Mimigul Charm is now activating this effect because Mimigul on his side of the field is activating an effect. So we steal one of his extra deck monsters. Number 11, Big Eye. That's right. He's going to try to use 2 level 7 monsters to steal one of our monsters. Anyway, we beat him to the punch. So now, turn change. We pick up Shared Ride. And Mimigul, Swords of Concealing Light destroyed itself. He's got 4 face down monsters on his side of the field. He's got 2 face up pendulum cards. We activate Giant Mimigul's effect. You can detach 1 material from this card, then target face up cards on the field up to the number of face down monsters your opponent controls. Destroy them. And if you do, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent for each card destroyed. Guess what we're doing, guys? We're going to destroy his 2 pendulum face-up cards. We're going to destroy Mimigul Armor and Hand-Holding Genie. Remember the effect. That's game over, ladies and gentlemen. 4,000. 4,000. Destruction. He was at half damage. We started off with at 4,000. Oh, you didn't know?